you're right. It's a wave right now with a lot of people around the same
Yeah.
time, maybe bringing to the fore what Indian coffee could be like and how great it is. I don't know if it's becoming a worldwide phenomenon, but then my question to you is, if you have that background and that standing in and the familiarity with the market in the US, there is a big diaspora there. Why not start the business there? Why choose to come back to India, of all places, Mumbai, most expensive real estate, most fickle set of customers, there's a new favorite every few weeks, and do it here? How did that part of the journey work out? Why not in Hyderabad, for example, or
Yeah.
Bengaluru?
I was asked these questions a lot at the beginning, and in addition to
By
doing
some of your early backers?
yeah, by early backers, by pretty much everybody. Look, and in addition to what you said, yeah, Bombay is not an easy city to start things in terms of it's super competitive, it's challenging, it's a lot of a lot of talent, a lot of demand. In addition to doing it in Bombay, we also, as you might know, we started it in a very unlikely location in the by lanes of Bandra West, where there really wasn't much to say.
No place to walk or park.
Yeah, that kind of an environment. Look, I mean, the reasoning is in my mind pretty clear. I needed to really build a very, very strong vertical integration into the business. So for me, it was critical that if we were to change this, sector, we were going to reimagine the contribution, like I mentioned, on a global level. I needed to get back to the roots and build a really, really strong value chain. Need to build a super strong supply chain from the farm level, and that became the calling card in the beginning. So that meant I had to spend a lot of time on the agricultural level, understanding the sourcing, understanding the post-harvest processing is what they call it in coffee and cacao, which just means once the coffee or the cacao fruit gets picked off the tree, what do the farmers do to it to make it something that's roastable or make it into something that can become a chocolate bar? So that raw material, getting to the bottom of how to make that raw material special, was something that I really felt like I needed to invest, several years into in order to make this something viable. And secondarily, I wanted
So you needed to be here.
Yeah, like I thought, so if you look at a value chain like a continuum, I felt we needed to really, really strongly control the beginning of the chain and the end of the chain. So the end would be design. And the design experience of Subko is the other part that I would, hope folks can see. We've put a lot of intentionality, and thoughtfulness into. So I summarize it as we have our own design studio. So we do all of our own design work. And it's kind of intended to celebrate sort of South Asian maximalism in some way, and typography and language and diversity of the region. That's all the stuff that you're supposed to kind of feel and experience when you come into the store, whilst also feeling like, wait, this feels super global, but I also feel super rooted. And that seems like it shouldn't work, but hopefully it does.